You open up your phone and see your friend just got promoted. Good job, Ted. You see someone bought a house. Good job, Bill. Someone else your age is traveling the world and absolutely loving it. Good job, Fred. And then you sit there, wondering why your life suddenly feels like it's lagging behind. Depending on your situation, it's not that you yourself are doing badly, it's that someone else seems to just be doing better. Somewhere along the course of many, many, many years ago, life turned into a constant game of comparison. All your grades, all your followers, everyone's salaries, your relationships. We measure, we rank, and we compete. So, why can't we stop comparing ourselves? Comparison isn't new, it's ancient. Long before TikTok, comparison was used to survive. In early human trips, knowing where you stood mattered. Who had more status, or who was stronger, faster, and better at gathering food. Those comparisons helped you find your place and stay alive. Psychologists call this social comparison theory. We look to others to understand ourselves. In a world of uncertainty, we measure who we are by the people around us. But as society evolved, comparison stopped being about survival and started being about status. In the early 20th century, people started using the phrase keeping up with the Joneses. Your neighbor's new car wasn't just their car, it was a message. You weren't just living, you were competing. And a century later, the Joneses aren't just next door, they're everyone, everywhere, all at once. Social media took our instinct to compare and basically gave it steroids. We use platforms to only show highlights. Everyone gathers their best moments, wins, glow ups, their filtered happiness, and we scroll through that perfection, comparing our behind the scenes to everyone else's highlights. And it's not random. These platforms want us to compare. Algorithms reward engagement, and nothing engages like envy. Every like, every follower, every view becomes a metric of worth. The influencer economy runs on this logic. If you feel inferior, you'll buy to feel better. And your insecurity isn't a flaw, it's just the business model. What used to be social connection has become social measurement. And in this game, there's no finish line because someone will always seem ahead. Research shows that social comparison directly fuels anxiety and depression. It doesn't just make us feel bad, it makes us feel less real. When everything becomes a competition, satisfaction just disappears. We call it the paradox of choice. The more options we have, the harder it is to feel content. Even when we win, it doesn't feel like enough because there's always someone doing more. We get a promotion and immediately find someone our age doing more. We hit a milestone and instantly wonder why it doesn't feel like happiness. That's comparison burnout, when every achievement feels hollow because you've trained your brain to only look sideways, never inward. This game never ends, and the constant chase leaves us exhausted, anxious, and disconnected from who we actually are. I know I just said the game never ends, but how do we quit the game? Maybe the answer isn't to just eliminate comparison, but to reframe it. Philosophers like the Stoics warned about envy centuries ago. They believed peace came from focusing on what's in your control and letting go of what isn't. Buddhist thought says it too. Detachment isn't about apathy, it's about freedom from illusion. In a culture built on comparison, choosing not to measure yourself against others becomes an act of quiet rebellion. Define success on your own terms. Replace comparison with curiosity. Instead of, why don't I have what they have? Ask, what can I learn from them? We started this video with a familiar feeling. That moment when scrolling makes you feel small. But maybe it's not that life has gotten worse. Maybe it's that we've forgotten how to see what life is like outside of the game. When we stop comparing, we start noticing our own pace, our own joys, our own stories. So, what would life look like if we just stopped measuring it?